This video is going to tell you everything that you need to know about frames, why they work, and then how to apply them to cold approach, dating, and your social life so that you can start landing hella dates, closing 2 dates every week, and end up with a cool girlfriend or long-term partner. Okay, so what are frames? Frames, the way I see it, it's your belief system. It's your worldview. It's how you see things. It's it's the interpretation that you give behind events in the world. Like if something happens, it could mean one thing to one person depending on their frame, and it could mean another thing to another person depending on their frame. For example, if a girl, rejects one guy, if his frame is, I deserve to be rejected, he'll just be like, oh, another rejection. I'm sad. I thought, I expected that to happen. But a guy who's very confident and does not really expect to be rejected, he's gonna get rejected, or whatever he perceives that to be, and then he's gonna be like, oh, she's probably just busy, or she's having a bad day, or he'll rationalize it in some way that's like beneficial to him, or like she's nervous maybe, or he'll be like, she's nervous because I'm so attractive and I made her nervous. Could be a way that like you would reframe an event, or even just realistically like understand an event depending on your actual frame. So your frame is like your worldview, and it's how you interpret events in the real world. I kind of just categorize it like everything. Like it's your worldview, your belief system. It's how you see things. It's like almost who you are. Like your frame is like almost who you are. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's kind of what a frame is. What are good frames in game? In game, you want to be the buyer in the dynamic. You want to be the one who's finding out if the girl is cool. You don't want to be in a seller frame where you're selling yourself, where you're like, here's what's cool about me. I do this. I went to this school. I'm smart. XYZ. I'm athletic. That would be selling yourself. So instead, what you want to be doing is being the buyer. You want to be asking the questions like, what's cool about you? So when you're asking that question, your frame is you're the buyer in the dynamic, and then she's gonna be the one who's like, oh, here's what's cool about, like, given everything's like gone well, she's gonna be like, here's what's cool about me. I do this. I go to this school. I work out. Whatever. She might not say it like that, but she's gonna like try to prove herself a little bit. As long as you have a good frame and you ask that question. So that's kind of what I see frames in game. There's a couple other like smaller ones. Like if like there's what I call like the prince frame, like very cocky, very arrogant. This kind of works better at like night game, I think, when you can just kind of get away with being like a massive dick basically to girls, more so than in the daytime. But yeah, so the prince frame is basically like you play a character, and like you play a character whose frame is that they're literally a prince of a country, or like they're royalty of a country. So they would have like unlimited options of women. They'd have girls chasing them forever. They'd have unlimited money and like resources, and just not give a fuck about anything. So that's like the prince frame, and it works basically. So yeah, so that's the frame. How can you kind of change it maybe? So some other things that I see about the frame is like all of the lines and the words and the actions will come from like a frame. They'll come from your frame. So, what a lot of guys will do is they'll memorize like lines, scripts, and stories to substitute having like a proper frame, like a strong frame, a good worldview, and a good philosophy about themselves and about the world and about game and the dynamic and everything. So they'll try like these canned lines to create attraction, but they're who they are is not, it's not real. So they can't like back up their canned line, because their line is supposed to be like, it's supposed to replicate what a guy who actually has a good frame and has a good worldview and all this stuff. I'm just gonna call it frame from now on, but like has a good frame. The canned line is supposed to like replicate what that guy would actually say. But as soon as you say that, you basically like you say the canned line, you're like, we're not gonna, we can't get along, or like, or if you just push a girl away, or some canned line or some story or attraction thing. You can say that, but then if your frame is still bad and you still believe like, and your philosophy is still off, like it's not gonna work. Like you can say the canned line all you want, but if your philosophy and your worldview is not there to back it up and it's not coming from the right place, it's not gonna work. So what you want to really do is look at the core problem of game and why things aren't working. You don't want to really memorize lines or just look up like openings and stuff like that. You really want to like learn how to actually be attractive to women, and then that's sort of what your frame is just going to be. Like you're going to convey that no matter what the situation is. And one of the best ways that I've found to create like a true strong frame, philosophy, worldview, and all that stuff is to actually get results and see your results, because it's different for everyone. Like yes, I can tell you what the frames are. Like yes, like you are the buyer in the dynamic. Yes, like you hope you're hoping that she can impress you. Those are good frames and those are kind of like what you want. But to really have like strong, true, like a real frame, that is attractive to women, is to create those results in actual world. And because it is different for everyone. Like for myself, I was very non-confident when I started doing cold approach. And I just didn't believe in myself, honestly. I was literally thinking like I have to like become a different person so that girls will like me. But what you actually find is that you can basically just be yourself and you'll get results, and then you'll believe in yourself and you'll become confident, you'll become attractive. And when you do become confident, when you are seeing results and backing up those results with action, getting more results, and then reinforcing your frame, reinforcing your worldview, getting more results because of that, and then feeling more confident. It's like an upward spiral sort of momentum thing. But you'll just basically become confident in yourself. Like not much will change. You'll still be yourself, but you'll just be way more confident and you'll believe you're attractive. And you'll be conveying all the right things, and all the words will be coming from like the right place, versus just like memorizing things and throwing them out there. You'll really believe like you are attractive and girls like you. So like no matter what you say, it doesn't even matter. It's coming from the right place. And that's sort of what I see frames as. Like as frames are like everything, and then all of the lines, all the actions, all your thoughts, as long as they come from the right frame and they come from the right philosophy that you are attractive, that you are enough and you're comfortable with yourself and you believe in yourself, it's all good. No matter what you say, you can say things that are technically wrong, and as long as you have those belief systems to back it up, it's all good. So that's my philosophy on philosophy in game. If you want one-to-one coaching, click the link below and apply. Appreciate you for watching.